A lot of people right now is going crazy over the fact that you don't need your driver's license. But just to let y'all know something, that law been passed many years ago. Technically, you really don't need your driver's license if you drive in your car for personal reasons. The only time that you need your driver's license is when you're driving a commercial vehicle or you are driving a vehicle that carries passengers for business reasons. But other than that, if you're driving a vehicle for your own personal usage, you do not need a driver's license. And that law been passed many years ago. It's just that we are not aware of the law until we allow the state to do what they want to do to us. Just like you really don't even need car insurance. You only need car insurance if you own a business or you are driving a commercial vehicle. So the fact that you pay car insurance every month for your car, they are literally getting over on you because technically you really don't need insurance. Some states don't even require you to have insurance. You don't need insurance on your car. And honestly, being a motorist, they make the most money off of motorists. You got to pay to go through the tolls. You got red light cameras. You got speeding cameras. You got to pay for your registration. You got to pay for your license. You got to pay for your omissions. If you think about it, motorists yearly, daily, more money come out of Maryland just on the motorists alone. And now they putting all these new cameras all over the streets, all over the highway. They make more money off of motorists than anything. So technically, this law that they are passing about not having insurance, that law has already been passed many years ago. Many years ago. This law is not new. And it's unfortunate that we don't, because honestly, when I found this out about 3 years ago, that we really don't need a license in order to drive a car. We really don't need car insurance to drive a car. But the fact that we are being abused by our ignorance, we don't know these things. This is why I've been trying to tell people all over the world, if we just invest in ourselves and get to know ourselves, then you can't really get over on us. Just like if you want to invest in yourself far as being who you are as a citizen to this country, you want to understand the laws and the amendments and the rights that you have. If you want to invest your time into that, you're going to wake up to understand that a lot of these things that you have been doing by law, you really don't even have to do them. We only go to what our mind attracts. If your mind attracts the world, you're going to be focused on the world. So if you are paying attention at certain things, you're going to be attracted to it. So right now, this is why I've been saying for the last couple of months, you got a lot of people that is woke. You got a lot of people that is fake woke. You know what I'm saying? Because all the things that is being exposed right now has already been here and already had been in place. It's just that it was hidden. Now they're just bringing it up in the surface, but it has already been there. So it's like now that you know these things, it's like you woke to it. But technically, if you would have did some research, you would have already known it. Just like being woke spiritually. Being woke spiritually is already here. You just got to wake up to it. Being spiritual is not something that is now trending within the last 5 or 10 years. You got people in their 80s that is deep spiritual beings. It has always been here. It's just that you go what attracts your spirit. You go to what attracts your mind. If your mind is focused on worldly things, you're going to pay attention to it. If it's focused on politics, you're going to pay attention to it. If it's focused on spirituality, you're going to focus on it. Like right now, Elon Musk's mind is focused on science. So every day of this man's life is about science. So his attention span is only going to focus on that. So right now that we are being exposed to all of these new laws and amendments and these changes and what we see, it has always been here. Always been here. It's just that what they doing now, they just exposing it so the world can know about it. But if you would have did some research, you would have known you didn't need no license to drive a car. You're not a commercial driver. You would have been known that years ago. But the fact that we don't know, We ain't gonna research it. We're not gonna invest. Cause ain't nobody worried about that. But now that they just gonna let it flow up in the air, and now everybody knows, like, damn, I never needed one. Technically, it's been like that for years. It's just that you never research. So right now, if they open up spirituality, and open it up to the world, people are going to be like, oh my goodness, but it was always there. It's just that they are exposing some of it to where, so now that you're learning something, it's like, oh my goodness, this and that, and this and that. But technically it was always there. So the fact that I am deeply inclined and focused on spirituality, I know a lot more spiritual-wise than a regular person, because that's where my focus is at. And compared to a person that got focused somewhere else. This is why I said that living in this reality that we are living in, we are all going to see the same thing, people. We are all going to see the same thing. It is what your mind is focused on. Whatever your mind is focused on, that is what you're going to always focus on. If your mind is focused on these celebrities, if your mind is focused on Trump, if your mind is focused on the world burning up, whatever your mind is focused on, that is what it's going to focus on. So, meanwhile, we are all looking at the same thing. So, it's about to be a lot of things right now that is about to really be exposed. But just to let y'all know, people, what's about to be exposed on this planet has always been. It's just that they are allowing the Pandora box to open so everybody can see it all at once. But if you would have did your research and you would have did some investigation and reading or whatever you do, you would have then found out the shit that they are exposing now. Like right now, it is now a trend within the last 10 years about the Illuminati and all of this shit. But technically, it's always been there. You just didn't know it. It was back in the Martin Luther King days. But you just didn't know about it because there wasn't nobody talking about it. You wasn't researching it. Now that they are exposing it, it's like now you know something. Like, I know this. Yet, oh, she's an Illuminati. She's a witch. She got to do this. She got to do sacrifices. Technically, they've been doing it since the shit existed. You just now know it because they showed it to you. It's time for y'all to start digging and grubbing into the shit that they're not trying to show you. That's where you need to do. Start focusing on the shit that they're not telling you. Start grabbing deep in that Pandora box that they don't want you to see or taste or hear or smell. Because the shit that they letting out in the bag, it's nothing important. Because the shit that they going to expose some more, it's like, that's why I say this fake woke agenda, this shit ain't no woke. This shit is not. And it's funny because I made a video about this on my old page, but they banned the video. So I was like, you know what? I ain't making no more videos. And then I listened to one of my TikTok friends. I'm not going to expose his ass. But one of my TikTok friends convinced me to make the last 2 videos that I made. Well, at least one of the videos. And he was like, just make the video, but word it correctly. And you won't just, because I need to hear it. People need to hear it. And listen to his ass. They banned the video. They banned the other video. And then they banned the whole damn page. But yeah, this shit that they're exposing, this shit ain't no mind-boggling information. Like, you never needed your license. So we paid all that money. Think about this shit, people. You paid all your money to go to driving school. You paid all your money to get a license, to get your registration, and you ain't even needed none of that shit. So you basically made the driving school money. You made the state money. You made the, I mean, when y'all really find out that life is nothing but a big ass scam, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? Even your body that you were living is a fucking scam. Because it's not even your real body. Like, god damn. Like,